Hello once again. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Jessica John Brimer. I just want to talk about something that, has really been of concern to me lately. Sometimes I say to myself, should I really talk about this? But I think I should, I feel I should talk about it. I don't know if you've heard about or you've seen on social media the argument and the bitter quarrel between Reno Omokri and Rufai of Arise TV. I don't know if you have seen the arguments they're arguing with one another, threatening to do this, go to court, or, tell my lawyers to do this. When I saw that going on, I was really troubled. I felt very bad. It's the same way I felt when I saw Soludo attacking Peter Obi and saying Peter Obi will never be president of Nigeria. It was the same sadness I felt when I saw that minister, what's his name? Mbaka, saying that Peter Obi will never be president of Nigeria because Peter Obi is a stingy man. In all of these are Southerners fighting over who should be president of Nigeria when Southerners should be uniting now. Uniting to say we must produce the president of Nigeria, and it has to be somebody that is capable, somebody that has the energy, the ability, the knowledge to do it. Not somebody that is tainted with corruption, not somebody that is old and weakly, not somebody that will come and continue with the evil we are seeing in this present APC administration. I don't expect Reno and Rufai of Arise to be fighting one another. When you're fighting one another, you know who is dancing Buga over your fight? Of course you know the person. The person that's brought so much hardship to Nigeria. The person that opened the borders of Nigeria and invited Fulani militants and said, come and kill the indigenous population and take over Nigeria. That's the person that is dancing Buga over this quarrel between Soludo and Peter Obi, and the one between Rufai of Arise TV and Reno Omokri. Reno Omokri was Jonathan's press secretary or spokesperson in a way, and he has social media presence. And I was shocked to see Reno Omokri supporting Atiku as president of Nigeria. Why support a northerner when the northern administration, the northern government has ended up reducing Nigerians to destitutes? Why supporting another Fulani man when you know that Fulanis have an agenda to exterminate the indigenous population and take over the country? Why do that? Yes, everybody is saying the people killing people are not Nigerians. The people so-called headsmen are not Nigerians. The so-called headsmen have used their mouth to say, we are not Nigerians. One say I'm from Sudan, the other one say I'm from Niger. Each time they kidnap people, they boast and say that we are taking over your country. We have come from outside Nigeria. We are well armed to take over. We are kidnapping people so that we can make money to buy more arms. And, so nobody should be in doubt about what these people are confessing with their mouths. But rather than Arise TV, a Southerner, Rufai and Reno Omokri, another Southerner, come together and say, look, enough is enough. These people that are killing us, let's fight them. Let's stop them from killing us. Instead, you're fighting one another. Your house is on fire and you're chasing rats. Reno Omokri was Jonathan's spokesperson. Reno, do you want another Southerner, another Northerner to take over from a Northerner? How fair is that? Northerners have ruled this country for more years than any other person, any other part of the country. So why? What have they brought to the country? When I left Nigeria 3 years ago, bread was 150 naira. Some bread you can buy for 50 naira. Bread was the poor man's food. If you can't cook, you don't have money to cook, you can at least buy groundnuts and bread and eat and then drink soft drink and you feel okay. But now the poor man cannot afford bread. That's what the northern government has brought onto Nigeria. And it's not just enough that they are starving Nigerians to death. They're denying Nigerians their salaries. They're denying them infrastructure. There's bad roads everywhere. There's no light. Then they are adding the mass slaughter of innocent people, mass raping of women in the farms, mass killing, mass kidnapping. They have added that and they are not concerned at all. The police in the southern states cannot arrest these killers because the commissioners of police in the south Almost all of them are northerners and they are Fulani, so they are protecting their own. They are placed there for a purpose, protect your own. The military are aiding these people. Wherever you have military checkpoints in southern Nigeria, that's where you have mass abductions and kidnappings of people, and the military just turn a blind eye. They pretend they don't know, but they're working hand in hand with these kidnappers. And then Atiku, that wants to be president of Nigeria, made a comment the other day when these killers slaughtered people in Benue, as they have been doing. Every day they slaughter people in Benue State. Sometimes they just cut the hands of children into pieces. They cut 1-year-old, 2-year-old, they just chop off their hands. These people are not humane at all. They're not human, for starters. And you know what? The latest killings they did in Benue State, Atiku, that wants to be your president, justified it. He said that when our people are well integrated into communities where they live, work, pay taxes, and raise their children, they will be obligated to reciprocate the love and acceptance. My deeper condolences to the families they might have lost loved ones, and to the people and government of Benue State. So Atiku is saying that these people, the reason they are killing, the reason they are not reciprocating love, is because they have not been integrated into communities where they live, they work, they pay taxes and raise their children. Excuse me, these people don't live in these communities. They don't live in any community in Nigeria. These people have just invaded the country from outside Nigeria, pretending to be cattle rearers. And each day, they go out shooting. They just take over communities, they shoot, they burn down the houses, and they kill people. And you're saying that they need to be integrated. Excuse me. That they need to be integrated into communities where they live and work and pay taxes. They don't live in these communities. They don't work in these communities. They are coming from outside to kill. So Atiku used the same words that Buhari has been using to deceive us. That is farmers, herders, clashes. How can this be farmers, herders, clashes? Some strangers, well armed, have been sent to communities in Nigeria to kill indigenous population, slaughter their way through the land, terrorize people, mass raping, mass kidnappings. And then you are saying that they need to be integrated into community where they live and work. That is farmers, herders, clashes. No farmer is clashing with any herder. These people just want to take over people's land. And remember, Buhari said it. By the time he said he wanted to carve out communities for these invaders, he said, Ruga, 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 Ruga. And then people said, no, you can't take over our lands and give to strangers to come and take over our villages. He said, well, which one is better for you? Do you want to give out your lands, or you want to die? You want to be killed? So the people said, we don't want to give over our land. So now Buhari unleashed the killings and said, well, I don't care, let the people kill you and take over the land, since you didn't want to give over the land on your own, because we refused to give over the land, our ancestral lands, to strangers. We refused. And that's why what you're seeing. And Atiku is echoing the same thing. So what Reno Omokri is telling me is he doesn't mind Atiku coming in to continue with what Buhari started, to continue with these mass killings, to continue with the invasion of Nigeria and the denial of ancestral lands from indigenous population. Is that what Reno Omokri is supporting? Supporting Atiku that made a comment to condemning the stoning of Deborah, a Christian that was stoned to death by Fulani Muslim boys. Stoned to death by these Muslims. And Atiku wrote and said the killing was wrong. His people told him, if you don't delete it, we will not vote for you. Atiku deleted it. He deleted the comment he made condemning the killings. He deleted it. And when journalists asked him, why did you delete it? Do you regret condemning the killings? He said, I was not the one that wrote the tweet in the first place. He said, it was my staff that wrote it. And I believe that they should have taken permission from me before writing it. Can you imagine? So another person is writing Atiku's tweets. And because they didn't take permission from you writing it, you don't trust their judgment for condemning the killing, stoning to death of this young lady. Atiku deleted it. So that's the person Reno Omokri is supporting. Rather than engage and condemn these northerners, these Fulani oligarchs that are destroying the indigenous population, especially southerners, destroying, and they want to take over southern lands by violence. Rather than condemn them, Reno Omokri is busy quarreling with Rufai of Arise TV, who is supporting Peter Obi. And then Charles Soludo is there, watching the killings going on in Enugu State. He doesn't know when the people finish with communities in Enugu State, they will come and invade communities in Anambra State. I want to read out what I read about these killings going on in Enugu State. The Enugu State governor obviously don't have a governor. Enugu State, they don't have a governor. They don't have a governor. Fine, the governor is unable to do anything. Why can't Charles Soludo say to him, my brother, let's form a strong security outfit to counter these people who are killing our women and our children in the communities? Rather than do that, Soludo is busy attacking Peter Obi and saying that Peter Obi will never be president of Nigeria. Peter Obi, his own brother. Peter Obi is well educated, enlightened enough to be president. Those who have been presidents, what good did they do to Nigeria? The Northerners that have been president, the Northerners that the APC government that Soludo wants to support now, what good have they done to Nigeria? What can be worse than the price of bread costing 1,000 naira in Nigeria now? What can be worse than that? What can be worse than the killings, the mass raping of women? What can be worse than violent takeover of land? What can be worse than that? Yes, Soludo is busy saying that Peter Obi will not be president because he feels that if Peter Obi becomes president now, it will take a long time before an Igbo person will be president. So he wants to be president. He wants to finish as governor and be the next president from Igbo land. That's why he wants to support those who are killing innocent people in Nigeria. Armed herdsmen declare war on Enugu communities, kill many residents, and sack villages. It was reported that so many people were killed in properties, and properties worth millions of naira destroyed. Armed herdsmen declared war in Ehamufu communities in issues or local government area of Enugu State as they killed many, sacked many villages on Tuesday morning. That I'm recording this program. I'm recording this program on another Tuesday. It was last week Tuesday that this thing happened. So Sahara reporters reported that armed herdsmen invaded Agu Amede community on Saturday, killing no fewer than 10 people, including women and children. It had been reported that the invading herders also wounded many and sacked villages and burnt houses. Sahara reporters had earlier reported that armed herdsmen sacked 14 local villages in Agwemede and Mboji communities since the second quarter of 2021. It was also reported that so many people were killed with properties worth millions of naira destroyed. Many children were kidnapped and by the armed herdsmen that are launching the attacks. They've been launching this attack and on these people and collecting millions, hundreds of millions of naira as ransom. Sometimes, most times, they collect the ransom and they kill the people because they want to kill and take over the land. In as much as they need the ransom to buy more arms, the millions, hundreds of millions to buy more arms, they need to also slaughter the people and take over. Soludo, Charles Soludo, rather than cooperate with your brother in Enugu State and form a strong outfit, you are busy fighting unnecessary battle with your brother, Peter Obi. And you know what happened? What even shocked me was I heard the women of these communities wore black and started protesting. You're killing our young men. They are purposely killing the young men so that no man will be able to resist them. They are purposely raping the women to impregnate them and produce children to take over the population. They are purposely doing all this evil with the support of the Nigerian military. And rather than form this outfit, they said the day the women were protesting, they sent a Bubago, the Eastern Security Arm that some governors that are dancing to the tunes of the Fulani government, they formed their Eastern Security Army, they call it a Bubago, and they only use a Bubago to attack people who are opposed to the APC government. If you're opposed to the APC government, they arrest you, they kidnap you, they kill you, they use a Bubago to terrorize you. Rather than use a Bubago to terrorize the terrorists, rather than use a Bubago to fight the invading terrorists, they are using a Bubago to fight one another. They're using a Bubago to tear gas these women who are protesting the killings. Let me tell all of you, blood speaks. And innocent blood speaks vengeance. Anywhere where too much blood has been shed, nothing good comes out of that place. That's what is happening to northern Nigeria now. They have shed too many blood, especially innocent blood of Igbos that they were killing and slaughtering and cutting into pieces. No, it has never been well with northern Nigeria since then. They want to pollute southern lands with blood as well, so that it will not be well with the south. This is a warning, an appeal. and a message to Charles Soludo: disease from chasing rats when your house is on fire. You people should do something. The Southerners, come together. Reno Omokri, stop all this politics of stomach infrastructure. Come together and save Southern Nigeria. Come together and save the women, the children, the helpless. Otherwise, their blood is going to cry out and nothing good will come out of the land. All of you will become refugees in foreign lands and you will regret your actions if you don't do the needful now. Thank you very much for listening to me. Kindly share this video, please. Share it. Let Soludo get my message. Let Reno Omokri hear what I'm talking about. Nigeria must be savage, and if they don't want us to remain as one, let them go and let us go in peace. The killings are too many. The shedding of innocent blood is too many. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel to encourage me and share this message so more people will be informed about what is going on. Thank you very much. I'm Jessica John Bryma.